Hello, I'm Dawn Melsom and I'm a home economist for C&C Kitchens. I'm here today to show you a lovely bread recipe, and it's a soda bread. Very quick, easy bread to do. And for those of you that have made soda bread, you'll realise how quick it is. You don't have to prove it, and you're not using any yeast either. And it's a traditional Irish bread, and it's so quick to do. If you want my recipes, they are in the description below, and if you do like my recipes, do like them and subscribe. So in my bowl, I've got some strong plain flour. And again, when you're doing any type of bread, do use your strong flour or your 0-0 flour. They've got more stretch in them, help with the rise, and they're a lot stronger in the gluten content as well. So I've got some white flour at the moment, and soda bread, all you need is to help with the rise is a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. So that goes in there. And obviously for the flavour, we've got a couple of teaspoons of salt as well, so that goes in. But the most important ingredient to help to react with the bicarbonate soda is either buttermilk or yoghurt and milk together to get that acidity there. So if you haven't got buttermilk, you can make it with half natural yoghurt and half milk, or you can sour your milk slightly with a teaspoon of lemon juice, and that sort of makes your buttermilk acidityness, which works well with the bicarbonate of soda as well, to give that rise, which you would normally have yeast to do that. So this is why it's very quick and easy. It's one of those loaves you can just knock up in the afternoon if you've got people coming, or you've made some soup and you just want some nice fresh bread very quickly, very easy to do. Now, again, with soda bread, you can add any other ingredients. So if you wanted to add some parmesan or some chopped ham or chorizo or some garlic even, or some olives, at this point, you can add any of those other ingredients in to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm going to use just a plain one today, but just to let you know that you can use any other ingredients as well, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Now, with a flat knife, you need to sort of mix all the buttermilk together, and this is where you get your hands in a little bit messy, but this brings the dough together, and it's quite therapeutic actually to bring in all that flour together. If there's not quite enough moistness there, which I think I might need a little bit more liquid, I'm just going to add a little bit of warm water. So just around the edge there, just to bring that last bit of flour together with the dough. We don't want it too wet because we want to be able to shape it, but we do want to be able to have all that excess flour added into the dough. So the good thing about soda bread, another good thing, is the fact that you don't have to prove it. So with most bread doughs, you have to prove twice. Unless you're using a bread mix, it's normally once. So the good thing about this is there's no proving, no yeast, and it's literally the ingredients in the cupboard that you've got at home. So you could probably knock a loaf up at any time. Tiny little bit more water, just to bring that last little bit of flour together. And you can see it's taken that all up from the bowl now. And then all you do, and you don't need to knead too much. In fact, if you knead it too much, you don't get so much elasticity in it, so it doesn't rise so much. So minimal kneading. Just going to put that onto the work surface there. Just going to try and wash my hands a little bit over there. And just smooth it a little bit. You might want to put a little bit of flour on the work surface. And it is sort of very rustic looking. As you can see, it's not a smooth dough, which you'd normally get if you'd proven the dough, because by proving it helps to stretch the elastine and the elastic in the bread. But with soda bread, you get more of a rustic finish because it isn't smooth, and that's how it should look. So I'm just going to shape it into a round. Then all you do, sharp knife, is cut that typical cross in the top from one side to the other, which you always get with soda bread, and that helps it to cook quite evenly as well. And then that goes in a really hot oven, about 200 to 220, for about 15 to 20 minutes. And you've got a lovely loaf of bread. So I'm going to pop that in the oven. I've preheated my oven anyway, so it's nice and hot, and then I'll show you when it's finished. So 15 minutes, my soda bread is lovely and baked, comes straight out the oven. You can tear it, Slice it, lashings of butter, delicious. Hope you enjoy.